Hey friends, it is drippy and wet here in Michigan. Everything is saturated, but I'm taking a quick break in the middle here while the raindrops are pretty much letting up, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some seeds planted. Here along the fence, what are you doing? What are you doing up there? This is a 6-foot fence. What are you on? All right, we're gonna have to investigate. What are you doing? Get down from there! You crazy puppy. All right. Bailey wants to watch. All right, Bailey, you can watch. Right here is where I plant a row of sunflowers, and then I usually put zinnia underneath to kind of fill in, because as the sunflowers grow up, I trim the bottom leaves. So instead of leaving it bare underneath, the zinnias pop up and kind of fill in. So I'm going to plant those seeds today. Now, it's a little early for me to be planting sunflower seeds. It is April 19, 20, something like that. But what I do here is, because this fence provides protection, I do tend to push the envelope a little bit. But because I don't want to waste any of my really good seeds that I bought, I always use save seeds for here. So I always save a lot of seeds at the end of the year. So this year, I'm going to plant these sunflower seeds out here. It says pretty multicolored red and yellow sunny. So I saved these because I thought this flower looked really pretty. So I went ahead and protected it from the birds. And I just do that with those just wedding favor bags, those tool bags. I get a big one and I put it over the head of the sunflower so the birds don't eat it if I like it, and save the seeds. So I'm gonna plant these here. Hopefully they come up. If some of them don't and I have bare spots, I can always add sunflowers in once I notice that happening 2 or 3 weeks from now, when all threat of frost is gone. Somebody laid an egg. I'm also going to put zinnias in here, and this is the same thing. I buy zinnia every year. I really like different colored zinnias. I like different types. I love the Binary Giant zinnias. I grow them from seed. They're in my basement right now. But every year I also collect the heads for my other ones, and I put them in a big bucket. This is a mixed batch. This is not any one type of zinnia. It's just random zinnia heads, and then I fill these in on this fence line. So I'm gonna get these guys planted. So this is the width of this bed. That's one of those Brussels we planted. You can see it's about a little longer than my hand. I have got volunteers coming up already. But what I did is I put the sunflowers more toward the back, and I put the zinnia more toward the front. And behind this is the chicken coop right here, but also my raised bed with soil here. So it's accessing a lot more soil that way. So I'm trying to, in theory, keep my sunflowers as close to the fence as I can and tie them up as they grow, and let the zinnias kind of fall forward. And you can see I've got tons of volunteers in here. Hang on, right up here. These are coneflowers. Hey, pretty girls. How are you? But right here, look at all the little babies coming up. And this will happen. There's babies right in there. There's a whole bunch of babies right here. That'll happen as I go through and continue to plant zinnia. So like right here, a zinnia head or a snapdragon or something. They all kind of fall in here. And that's kind of my goal for this wall. Hey, pretty sunflower. That's kind of my goal for this wall, is for it eventually to all just kind of come up on its own, whether by perennial plants like my coneflower and my tulips and things, or things that self-sow like the sunflowers and the zinnias. Now when planting my zinnias, I do this a little bit different because I don't save the individual seeds. I just save the seed heads. It's a lot easier. If I look in the bottom, I will have a bunch of seeds down there. But what I do is I just dig a trench here. And I'm just gonna use my hand because it rained. I'm just gonna dig a trench along the front. Can you kind of see that? And then I'm gonna take these zinnia heads and I'm just gonna crumble them up. All this is just all gonna go in here. And then I'm gonna cover it up. Because I just want this to be a giant row of zinnia filling in a giant row of sunflowers. So if it's gaps and spaces, it's okay. And I'm gonna do this all the way down, but I'm gonna turn you off because it's starting to rain again. I'm out here where it's kind of wet. I'm also gonna do a little bit of maintenance and anything that I have to dig up. So these are my flowering onions that the bees love. And if you look around, there's a whole bunch of little baby ones. I already went ahead and moved a bunch of them up to the front here. And then I dug out and put a bunch over here. Hey friends, so I got rained on. I did finish planting all my seeds. All my sunflowers and zinnias are planted along that fence line, and it is raining, so they're gonna get watered in really well. And now I am momming over at the soccer fields because even in the rain, we play soccer in Michigan. As long as it's not lightning out, the kids are out there. Ava's gonna be drenched. I'll make sure I take a picture when she's done. I'll add it in here. Have a great day.